ovation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was great, Dance. He was great. He was the full Birdman. And then he had a little ceremony with Johnny in the morning while I saw Terence. They were down at the man cave, and it was really lovely. And then he came up and I said, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to ride? And I thought, oh, fucking ride, you little bugger. And I gave him the blast from the past, from the present, from the future. And he was like...
I know what that's like
I
coming
said,
from you.
Did you like that? I said, that's full power.
He would have blown his head off. He would just be like...
But don't worry, he could keep up. That's the point. That's why I like the residential. You're here. You know what I mean? It's like I can take you through that. You can have that experience and have a little something to take home.
Yeah, well, you definitely take shit home.
I mean, sometimes it's too hard. You know, you've got to do it over this kind of medium. But face to face, flesh to flesh, as they say, nothing like a transmission.
Different. I totally agree.
It's like, I don't give a shit. You know, if these people can't see, if they can't pull their head out of their fucking asses, I'm not interested. I'm fucking not interested. Love and light.
I know. Yeah.
Passion as much as I can have. But no, stop playing. If you don't want to get on the train, get off the station.
I agree with that, because there's only so much you can kind of go, this would be really great. Like, we'll have everything that you want.
I mean, so to answer your question as, how do you tell people the truth? Just radiate, darls. Just radiate. They're either in the fucking orbit or they're not.
Yeah.
It's not your job to convince them, because half the time they're holding on to these ideals for grim death and you become, the messenger. So just radiate.
Yeah, and it's sort of, I find that if you kind of straight up just kind of go, this is what it is, and you kind of lay it out, people just kind of go, you're fucking crazy. So it's kind of hard to...
I don't get that. I just let them rave and rave and rave, and then I look at them and then I say, so, do you want to know what it is? Yeah. All right, buckle up. And then I just give it to them straight, and they either go... But most of the time, I think I would say 99.97%, I've had them go, shit, yeah. Because it's truth. Yeah. And it's truth. And then after that, they know that I'm not going to tell them an untruth. I'm only going to tell them. I'm not sugarcoating it. I don't know how I deliver some things. I'm sure I could deliver a bit better. But it's like, I don't have the time, sorry. I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just natural.
I love you.
Yeah. But, that's what it is. So it's like, I mean, I think, though, that by now, most of them know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, when it comes to, telling people about the Matrix and how everything works, when the people ask what it's all about, they're responsive and it's a really great transmission. But it's those who don't really know and you're trying to explain something... I know that if I ever sort of mentioned anything within the Matrix style, I guess, what the fuck. So, okay, well, people, for instance,
how do you mention? Tell me.
Are nervous about the internal work. They're very much in their head and they want to make everything logical with all the information that has been presented to them. They take everything for face value. They look within the Matrix to kind of figure it out, but they're kind of on a roll, but they just haven't quite clicked it in, because you could tell they're still searching. And so if I kind of suggested something a little bit deeper that goes into suggesting all about this Matrix, how it all really works, I get this sense of trepidation of, I don't know how they're going to take it. Some take it really well. Most of them just kind of go, right. So I don't know, it's a tough one. Does that make sense? Did I just babble on for half an hour for nothing?
I have to say, you got a touch of the Natalie's, but it took me so long to work out what the chick's name was, I'd forgotten. I lost half of the thing she was saying. You told me
Let's just edit all that out.
You said if I ever, I've even got you on tape saying it. Basically, just tell them to go and watch The Matrix. It's a fucking documentary. And then get back to me. Talk.
That's actually a really great way of doing things. That just shows everything.
I mean, I think it's an exciting movie. It's got a bit of a love story, And who doesn't love Morpheus? I mean, who doesn't love Morpheus? Morphe Man. It's like, you know, if they can't sit through that, I don't want to sit through fucking explaining it to them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it is.
about reptoids in there. There's nothing. It's just AI, something they can relate to. All right? I mean, once they start seeing the reptoids, that's a different thing. That'll happen soon because Moomoo's pineal's doing what it's doing. She's opening the gateways to everybody's psychic coming back.
Love her.
We won't have to train any more mobile mystics.
Everyone will just be like, bang,
yeah,
open.
right? Yeah. So there you go. Mobile mystic training. Come on down. So, yes, absolutely. Just given that. So go and have a look at the documentary and get back to me, and then whatever questions you have, it will open a dialogue. And then you'll know if they're actually curious or they're just trying to argue with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I get sometimes still a little apprehensive about talking about deeper things for people. I mean, like, I know how to kind of, you know, not alienate myself from the mainstream.
Oh, you think?
Well, to a degree. I am these days. When I shit, I'm just like,
I think you can still walk in and out.
Life.
You can still walk in and out. You can still walk in and out.
Yeah. But I can tell that sometimes it just, I don't know. There's like people are interested to want to go deeper. They're interested to want to. They feel something's going on. They can't put their finger on it. They can't put it into words. And as soon as you kind of open that dialogue and you just mention a few little bits and pieces like essence or non-sentience or organic, whatever you're chatting about, it's like suddenly go, yes, that's what it feels like. Yes, that's what I've been thinking was true. It's like the feeling comes with that. So it's people are interested in these
days. Truth and radiate, and that transmission alone will be enough for them to pick up on it. And if they're not, come back in here.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
see you later.
I understand why people want their friends and co-workers and family and whoever the fuck else in their life to get the revelation, to get what they're feeling. I get that. But maybe it's just wisdom experience wisdom that gets you to go, whatever. You're either up for it or you're not. And if you're up for it, I'm up for you. If you're not, see you in the next round, bitches, because, like, I don't have the time. Don't have the energy. And I certainly don't have the patience. I think I've displayed that one.
You certainly don't what?
Have the patience.
Well, it's getting, I think because it's getting really to the pointy end now, like really climbing real fast, you can't afford to kind of go into back to basics a lot of the time with just dead shits who don't really want to go anywhere.
Well, look, they can do it themselves. Like, this is the thing. It's like I was going to say I don't do beginners, but it's not true. Because when Az, for instance, came, he'd done nothing before us. What I don't do is people who are not committed to themselves. I don't do people who are after power for power's sake. I do people who are after power to become empowered, to make change for themselves.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not interested in people who want to tell me how fucking fantastic I am. Sure, it's nice. But what I mean is you're going to have to do better than that, honey, to butter me up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Jesus.
So. Yeah. So, I like anyone who genuinely wants to do the work or genuinely wants to know or genuinely wants to kind of.
But the thing
has an earnestness
they hear the words
about.
Do the work.
Well,
it's more that once they're so committed to self, it's not work. It's just what they do.
Yeah,
like they brush their teeth, like they shit through the eye of a needle, whatever the fuck it is. It's like this is just what you do. Like you're saying, my reality. Like the others say, you know, I can't wait to get home and ride, or my day doesn't start until, you know, it's like it becomes your thing. So it's not a chore and it's not work, but it's like you can't expect to do what they're looking at us going, I want to be able to do that without fucking